Surprise! We're back in Big Bend. It's cold here tonight, but warmer here this week than where we were going to be. So we rerouted and we're back for a few more days of adventure. As we were looking at the weather forecast, where we were supposed to be in Guadalupe Mountains National Park was a good bit colder than here. And we probably could have handled it, except we just spent a really cold stretch in Saguaro National Park, way below their average. And we thought, if we're going to get through one cold week, it would be really nice to know that we don't have to get through 2 cold weeks. So we're here in Big Bend, where it's supposed to be a good bit warmer. And we're just going to see what other miles we can pick up. We have a shuttle to do a big hike, a big backpack, and we're going to do an out and back tomorrow. But really, we're just going to try to enjoy being here and be thankful for the chance that we get to do something spontaneous and come back to a place that we love. Well, we've made it back out to Mule's Ears, exactly to the cairn that we took to cross over to the trailhead for the Mule's Ears hike. And so we did it, or at least we did half of it. Took us 7.5 miles to get here, and nothing of it felt like trail. It was route finding the entire time. But it was pretty cool because we came all the way around the Mule's Ears, and so you've seen them now from every angle. So most of this trail is in the wash, which is kind of sandy and rocky and really quite variable. It kind of feels like every step is different. But according to the GPS tracks that we downloaded, there was this section that was kind of up on a little hill. We're calling it the overlanding section, and we're on that now. It's still a good bit of route finding because there's really old cairns up here, but it's also super overgrown, so it's easy to get off of the path. But it's just nice to kind of have solid ground under you for a little bit and to get a different view, because we're out of the wash. We can see a little bit more in the distance. We are in the last home stretch of our hike today, doing the southern half of Smoky Creek Wash Trail. Not sure if it's a hike, not sure if it's a real trail, but we did it, and it was mostly enjoyable. We saw cairns for about a 3/4 mile stretch in the middle, and we saw a cairn at the very end, which is also where there's a sign for you to take the cut across to the Mule Ears parking lot. But other than that, there was no sign of maintenance out here. It is a pretty modest hike in terms of elevation gain. We hiked up about 800 feet across 7.5 miles. So it's not strenuous that way, but the trail surface, because it's a wash, is just really rough on your feet. You're kind of in sand, in rocks, in rocky sand. At times it felt like we were kind of on like small bowling balls. So it's really just exhausting to try to like keep your balance the whole time. Our ankles are really sore and tired from today. This is our favorite site on every single hike. There's our car. It's like no matter how good the hike was, how short or how long, we're still always ready to be done. Our morning hasn't gone exactly as we expected. We got up around the time we planned, and it was darker than we were thinking it would be, and we realized it's because fog had rolled in, and in fact rain had rolled in. So we're camping somewhere that doesn't really have internet, has no internet, so we haven't been looking at the weather, and turns out there's an 80% chance of rain turned into 100% because it is raining in Big Bend. It's really a drizzle. But we've rerouted our plans. We're going to go get our backpacking permit, and then we're going to do our hike later today. And the light as the day is emerging here is just gorgeous. So we are just getting started on our hike for today, keeping it pretty short today because our backpack is tomorrow, and we had to deal with some paperwork, getting our permits and getting gas and just making sure we had what we needed for tomorrow. So we are hiking the Hot Springs Canyon Trail, which can either start at the Hot Springs area or start down at the Rio Grande Village area. Since we were coming back from Panther Junction, we started at the Hot Springs area. And it is a hot day. It is January, and I cannot imagine hiking out here on any warmer day than right now. I'm a little terrified about our backpack tomorrow, but trying to remember the weather is probably going to be different tomorrow.
I love the Band-Aid, by the way. How's your creation?
It's pretty good. It's a hot mess.
How about we talk about what it is?
It's a flatbread, and I warmed up the flatbread, burned it in a pot, and then in the other pot I warmed up grilled chicken.
Okay.
And then I flipped the burned flatbread over and put some pesto sauce on it and some cheese
it's quesadilla cheese and Parmesan cheese. Not exactly
It's
designed
fusion.
for this meal. It's fusion. And then, along with the chicken, I sauteed some spinach. So there's organic material on here.
Cool.
And we managed to get it out of the pot and onto our cutting boards.